Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees, wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhava, Radha Shyam Sundar Krishna Ram, Bal Gopal, Gaunitai Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. We're still in Jaipur. This is hopefully the last session of the different places in Jaipur. We're looking at very, very sweet temples and also other places which are memorable, like Jantar Mantar we talked about last couple of days ago. So today's Hawa Mahal.
Hawa Mahal.
Mahal. Yeah.
So the massive edifice of Hawa Mahal stands at the intersection of the main road in Jaipur, which is Badi Chopad, and was built by Maharaj Savai Pratap Singh in the year 1799. Hawa Mahal derives its name from its unique structure, which is a mesh of small windows that allows cool wind to enter the palace and hence kept the palace comfortable during the hot summer months. The main reason behind the palace's construction was to allow the women of the royal house to observe the festivities on the streets whilst being unseen from the outside, as was the custom of the land. It is located right on the edge of the city palace in Jaipur and extends right up to the Zenana. Hawa Mahal is a structure made of red and pink sandstone and has a pyramidal structure which almost resembles a crown. It has been embellished with 953 tiny windows, also known as jarokhas, and embellished with gorgeous lattice work. From within, the Hawa Mahal palace is based on 5 floors, each of which has a uniquely decorated chamber. A charming fountain welcomes you inside the main palace, from whereon you can make your way up to the different floors. The top of the palace offers a brilliant view of the city palace, Jantar Mantar, and the ever-busy Siroduri Bazaar. There's a small museum as well, which holds some rich relics and miniature paintings. As I said, Hawa Mahal was built in 1799 by Maharaj Savai Pratap Singh as a continuation of the royal city palace. Was designed by Lal Chand Ustad in the form of Krishna's crown. In those days, the Rajputs used to follow the Parda system. The royal women did not appear in front of the public. As they wished to follow the day-to-day events, the Hawa Mahal was built with extremely small windows and screened balconies to provide a sense of freedom among the women. The reason behind the naming of Hawa Mahal is the structure of the building, unique 5-story palace, which looks similar to a honeycomb because of 953 small windows. And these windows allow the breeze to flow in and helps in keeping the palace cool. The Hawa Mahal is the tallest building in the world without foundation.
Wow. And
because of the lack of one, the palace is tilted at an angle of 87 degrees. Hawa Mahal stands at elevation of 50 feet above the ground, has small portholes which consist of miniature windows and sandstone grills. The building has no stairs inside, and one needs to climb up the ramps to reach the top. In order to enter the palace, you need to get through an imperial door, which is situated towards the left of the building. It gives way to a large courtyard, which is 3 double-storied buildings towards the left, right, and center. On the top 3 floors of Hawa Mahal are only the width of 1 room, while the first and second floors have courtyards in front of them. The rooms themselves are decorated with colorful mosaics of glass, ornamental stonework, and chhatris, which are a part of the traditional Rajasthani architecture. So that's the Hawa Mahal. Now we come to the city palace, which is the main palace in the olden times. Magnificent city palace in Jaipur is one of the most famous tourist attractions located in the old part of the city. So built by Maharaj Savai Jai Singh during the years 1729 to 1732. The vast complex of the palace occupied 1/7 of the whole city. In fact, it was once a seat of the Maharaja of Jaipur. The palace is divided into a series of courtyards, buildings, and gardens, including the Chandra Mahal and the Mubarak Mahal. The museum showcases various unique handcrafted products and other things that belong to the royal heritage of the city palace. The facade itself is designed with acute and detailed handiwork, showcases a blend of Mughal and Rajput architectural styles. The outer wall was built by Jai Singh II. However, the palace itself has been subjected to various changes over the course of time, with some of them even belonging to the early 20th century. The city palace has 3 gates, after which the Virendra Pole and Uday Pole are open to the public. The history of the palace is intertwined with the history of the great city of Jaipur itself. City palace used to be the throne of the Maharaj of Jaipur, head of the Kachwaha Rajput clan. Maharaj Savai Jai Singh was the force behind the initiation of the palace's construction when he began to shift the capital from Amber to Jaipur in the year 1727. He then began the building of the outer walls sometime during the years 1729 to 1732, such that it ran over to several acres through the city. The Raja's death was followed by several wars between the Rajput kings and Maharaja Ram Singh joined forces with the British during the revolt of 1857 and proceeded to transform the city into a medley of pink structures so as to welcome the Prince of Wales. The adopted son of Maharaja Madho Singh II, Raja Man Singh II, was the last king to rule from the Chandra Mahal Palace. Post the merging of Jaipur with the Indian Union in 1949, City Palace continued to be the residence of the royal family. Now, this is the Jal Mahal. Jal is water, so it's a palace situated in the water. Sitting prettily right in the center of the Mansagar Lake on the outskirts of Jaipur lies the splendid and tranquil Jal Mahal. Masterful creation, it is bordered by the Nahagar Hills. This low-rise symmetrical palace was once a shooting lodge for the Maharajas, now fascinates many visitors from all over the world. It was constructed in 1750 and was commissioned by the Maharaja Madho Singh. It's indeed one of the most photographed monuments in India. Most striking feature of its palace is that while only one story appears above the water level, there are in fact 4 stories submerged underneath. It is one of the most beautiful architectural palaces built by combining the Mughal and Rajput styles of architecture. The entry inside the fort is prohibited. The view from a considerable distance while boating is enough to mesmerize you. During the evening, the fort lights up and the reflection of the fort in the lake is absolutely gorgeous. The history of Jal Mahal is quite ambiguous and it's not clear as to who exactly built the palace. I believe that Jal Mahal, which means water palace, was built by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh in the year 1799 to serve as a lodge for duck hunting. It is also surmised that the Maharaja Madho Singh I constructed the palace in the year 1750. It was never intended to be used as a palace. Later, the beauty of the palace was enhanced by Maharaja Jai Singh II of Amber, who renovated and added some more structures to it. The Mansagar Lake was also formed by Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh from constructing a dam. Now we come to the Nahagar Fort. This is situated on the outskirts of Jaipur and is known for breathtaking views of the city and for its extended wall that connects it to Jaigarh Fort. Embellished with delicate carvings and stonework, the Nahagar Fort is an impregnable structure. Together with its 2 neighboring forts, Amber and Jaigarh, once stood as a strong defense of Jaipur city. The fort was built by Maharaj Savai Jai Singh II in the year 1734 as a retreat. If you're near this fort, you must visit the restaurant where you're sure to enjoy a panoramic view of the city of Jaipur. It was probably used as a retreat for the ladies of royal household and as a ladies' quarter by the name of Zanana, also known as Madhavendra Bhavan. The Zanana was built by Maharaj Savai Jai Singh II. Its counterpart, the Mardana Mahal, which means palace for the men, was also constructed in the complex for royal men. Another attraction of this fort is the Biological Park, which is an asylum for majestic animals such as tigers, leopards, and the Asiatic lions. Then we have the Abnari step well. So this is a well, so you can see lots of steps going down. It's located at approximate distance of 20 kilometers from Jaipur. Abnari step well is one of the most intricate pieces of architecture in Rajasthan, also known as Chandbori. Step well is one of the largest step wells in the entirety of Rajasthan. When it was built, the well not only helped the villagers and the tradesmen to draw water in the time of thirst, but also conserved groundwater. Step wells are very common structures that you will see in Rajasthan because of the state's arid climate and scarcity of water. It's dedicated to Harshat Mata, the deity of happiness and joy. The Chandbori or the Abneri step well is not only one of the grand constructions of Rajasthan, also a beautiful one. The most stunning factor about these massive structures is that they have remained intact for more than 10 centuries. This is located in the village of Abneri in Rajasthan. It was built over 1,000 years ago. Step was believed to be constructed by King Chanda near the 9th century AD. The king was a ruler from the Gujara Patihar clan of the Patihar dynasty, who ruled at the peak between 6th century and 10th century AD. King Chanda built this step well to eliminate the problem of water scarcity in his kingdom. The step well of the Bori was once attached to Harshat Mata temple, where there used to be a ritual to wash hands and feet at the well before visiting the temple. Temple was raised during the 10th century, but its remains still boast architectural and sculptural styles of ancient India. Later, when the Mughals arrived, they added some galleries and a compound wall around the well. Today, it houses the remains of exquisite carvings, which were either in the temple or in the various rooms of the Boli itself. The geometry of this temple is mesmerizing. That is why it's frequented by both Indian and foreign tourists. Today, Abneri step well has lost its usage as water supplying well, but its architecture surely casts a magical spell on you. It's deep with 3,500 steps going down to nearly 20 meters to the base, and initial depth with the waterbed at the depth of 64 meters. It's 13 floors in between and has been provided with double flights of steps on each of its 10 landings on the 3 sides. The step well is protected by a high raised wall. The stairs of the step well encircle the water on 3 sides, while the 4th side boasts of a pavilion with 3 stories with beautifully carved jarokas or galleries supported on pillars and 2 projecting balconies which have some beautifully carved sculpture. Then there's another well, is the Panamina Kund. This was established in 16th century, and the place is also known by many other names locally. The step well is a concept solely originated from the Bharat subcontinent, and where the most popular source of water was during the olden times. These are mostly man-made pools of water that can be reached by descending a series of stairwells. Pannaminaka Kund in Jaipur is the most famous step wells that still stand in the western part of Bharat, where they are mostly constructed. And as we said, the original purpose was to supply the locals with water for drinking and other daily needs, especially during the dry summers for crop irrigation. The Kund also served as a community center for the societies living around. People would gather and sit at multiple levels of stairwell and exchange conversation. Although it's now stopped being a source of water, but there's no written confirmed history about how it came into existence. Local people have taken liberty to forge folklores of their own. Most popular version is that there was a courtesan in the royal court of Maharaja Jai Singh in Amber Fort by the name of Pannamiya, under whose patronage the step was created. And then we have the Kanak Vrindavan Garden. This is a royal garden located on the footsteps of Nahagar Hills, the Amber Fort. Garden was built around 280 years ago by Maharaja Savai Jai Singh. This layout has been given a blend of Mughal and Rajput architecture. It's divided into 8 sections. The garden boasts of intricate fountains of marble And the parikrama, the exquisite mirror work on the walls of the Govind Devji temple is built in its premises. So the Govind Devji temple is within this Kanak Vrindavan garden. The gardens here are often compared with those in Vrindavan where Lord Krishna once lived. There's also a sacred spot inside the garden where several rivers meet. The water in this region is considered to be as holy, and a temple was built near it to praise Lord Vishnu. As Bandaraj. Again, it's like a step wall, and it was built in the Dusa district in Rajasthan. So this is a vibrant and colorful place that is beautifully chatterboxed with the intricate stone monuments. It's full of scenic beauty and picturesque landscapes. And the various floras and fauna inhabit here makes the place even more mesmerizing. The ancient temples dating back to the Mahabharata period are quite a sight to see and will leave you awestruck. So again, that says that the temples here date back 5,000 years ago to times of Mahabharata. This place is ideal for people seeking serenity and calmness. Bandaraj is earlier known as Bandravati, and the city belonged to Mahabharata period. This place is of huge historical significance and houses a lot of ancient temples. Then we have the Subramanya Swami, who is Kartikeya temple. The Kuki Subramanya temple is a famous temple that's located. Oh, this is somewhere else.
Somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah,
it's not quite, yeah. So that's the end of Jaipur. There's a lot there. A lot of it is not necessarily spiritually connected, but it shows the deep culture of Bharat, that in Jaipur there's so many palaces and different types of kunds which are still standing.
Lots of temples from
lots of temples
times as well.
Yeah, which we've already talked about in previous sessions. But the session today was not really directed towards any temples. But it just shows the depth of Bharatiya culture and the fact that these palaces and forts and kunds are still there existing and very important tourist sites shows the competency of the people who are constructing these buildings. This is just amazing. Nowadays, buildings fall apart after a few years, but these are like, some of them are 10 centuries old. So quite amazing, quite amazing. Are there any comments or any questions? Otherwise, we can go to the Nrsimha Kavach. Okay. Jaipur ki jai.